Hey everybody, this is SWChris. I am from SW City, and how you guys doing today? This is basically being recorded on Wednesday night. So once again, I am doing this last minute, but I do have a good excuse this time. I went to go see a film called The Dropbox, and I have some thoughts on it, and this is one of my movie reviews, and so we're going to review the movie. So basically, The Dropbox is about this guy in Seoul, South Korea. He runs a church, and he installed a kind of a box in the side of his church for people who have children that they can't raise, or that they feel socially pressured to just abandon. They can put the babies in that box, and basically this guy, what's his name, Lee, Pastor Lee, he will hand them over to the state or will raise them himself. And it really highlights kind of a critical social issue in Seoul, South Korea, well, not only there, but worldwide, about kids and unwanted kids and how we solve that problem. And it's a documentary, as you guessed, and it's a real endearing look into the pastor and his life and the life of the 15 kids he's raising. The documentary said something about 345 kids per year are sent through the Dropbox, which is way more than he can handle by himself, unfortunately. So a lot of those kids have to go into the South Korean system. And it's really, it's a movie that you're going to cry at, but it's not just because of the tragedy that you're witnessing unfold on camera. It's also because of the awesome, just amazing amount of good that comes through it. You know, all these kids would have been homeless or dead or on the streets, but for this one guy. And the reason the documentary kind of highlights this, the reason he did this is because he and his wife bore a son who was disabled, developmentally, this is a bad word to use, but this is the only one I can think of late at night, but developmentally deformed. He you know, was born like with a club foot, kind of a different sort of shape of head, and some brain damage. And the poor guy, he can't talk. All he can really do is lay there. But about halfway through the film, we get to spend some time with this guy. And while he can't communicate with words and expressions, well, he can communicate with expressions. That's really the amazing thing, is because when the camera focuses in on him and they ask him to smile, he does on command. And you can tell there is a person behind those eyes. He's in there, you know. He's not just a vegetable. Even though he can't move, even though he can't do a whole lot of things, even though they have to feed him through his trachea, you know, he's valuable and he's worthwhile. And the reason the Dropbox exists is because the pastor and his wife kept this kid and they raised him, and he's, you know, of adult age now. And it's just an amazing story that, you know, somebody like that wasn't just thrown out, wasn't just killed, wasn't abandoned. And the reason that hits home, I think, for a lot of people, I think for everybody really, you know, is the same reason. I mean, it's the same theme. The same theme in this movie is the same reason why I do videos. And in my own little way, I feel like I'm not doing much of anything, to be honest. Because here I am making gaming videos, and this guy is saving kids on the street. But the theme that both of us do it for is because we both believe that that nobody is expendable or worth getting rid of or worthless or not worth spending time on. You know, I can't do that because I don't have the support network, I don't have the wife and kids, and frankly, I'm too selfish at the moment. But I can make videos, and I can help you through a crappy day, and I can believe when you don't believe that you are worthwhile, that you are worth spending this time on. And this movie just sends that message that everybody here, everybody watching this, even if they don't believe it, are worth something, and that they all have a purpose. You have a purpose. I have a purpose. The pastor has a purpose. He's living his purpose by saving these kids. Those kids, even his son, his disabled son who can't do anything physically, he can do something. He has a purpose, and his purpose is to help his father, you know, keep reminding his father that, you know, those kids are worth saving, and that everybody else has a purpose. You know, through this film, his purpose has been expanded to include that everyone else also is worthwhile and has a reason for existing here on this earth. And, you know, if you're somebody who is intrigued by that idea, go see this movie. It's called The Dropbox, and it's a Fathom event, so it's only in town for tonight only, on the date this video was posted. I'm sure there will be a Blu-ray and a DVD release eventually. It'll probably end up on Netflix, but for now, the only thing you can see right now, the only time you can see it is tonight. So go to, what is it, thedropboxfilm.com, and go get tickets, go see that event. It's in theaters all across the United States, and I'm pretty sure in Canada too. I'm not sure about Europe or Australia, but if, you know, if there are theaters there, thedropboxfilm.com will show you that location where you can go see it. So I would just say, please go see it, especially if, you know, you've just been beat up in life, you know, like I have, like a lot of us have. I think it's a good reminder that you're worth something, and that you have a reason for existing, and that even if you don't know what it is yet, you will find it out eventually. And just to take hope in that. So it's a more serious vlog topic, but I think we need to have these every once in a while. And I just want to say thank you for watching my videos, watching this all the way through, because it helps me fulfill my purpose. So thank you. Anyway, my name is SWChris. If you have any comments or questions for me to answer next week, go ahead and leave them in the comment sections, and I will go ahead and answer them. So we'll see you then. Auf Wiedersehen, arrivederci, hasta la vista, bye-bye.